Also, you guys might notice that things look a little different. Things look a little bit more professional. You know, we got that blurred background, we got the in focus, we got that autofocus. Ooh, wow. Hey guys, welcome back to Gold Souls. I got a new camera, as you could tell, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited to bring you guys better, high quality content, so stay tuned for that. I'm just excited to make stuff that just looks a lot better, so yeah. So if you can tell by the getup and the hair and the crazy makeup, this is an 80s themed video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys part of my 80s vinyl collection. There's actually plenty more beyond what I'm going to show you in this video, so I think I'm going to do a part 2 at some point. But let's get into it. Okay, so this first one, I'm not actually sure if I've shown you guys already or not, but this is Synchronicity by The Police. If I have shown you this already, I apologize, but like not really, because it's such a good album. Really cool cover art. Let's see if there's anything. I think there's actually a picture in here. Here's the inside jacket. I've since removed the vinyl record from this jacket to put it in a protective one that's inside here, but this is what it used to sit in all the time. I feel like this is just like the Police album. They have some other really great albums. I have another Police album that I'll show you guys in a part 2 of the 80s vinyl video, but like this one's just so quintessential to me. This album is from A&M Records in 1983. Okay, so record number 2 is Pyromania by Def Leppard. This one's kind of a new discovery for me. I actually have had this vinyl forever, but I never listened to it until I was actually going through some cassette tapes that my mom had that I hadn't listened to yet, one of which was like a bootleg recording of Pyromania onto a blank tape. Maybe her friend gave it to her or something. I listened to the whole thing and I was obsessed, so definitely glad to have the vinyl. The cover art's super cool. And I love like when I find records that have the plastic still on them, especially when they have these cool stickers. I don't know if you can see that. Here they go. I don't know a whole lot about metal or like hair metal or anything like that. I know my mom used to listen to a lot of metal back in the day, but I recently discovered there's been some like debate on the internet of whether Def Leppard is considered metal or not. I think some people think that they're too radio friendly to be like real metal. Now, I'm not an expert on the genre, so I can't really speak to this. I don't have a verdict or anything like that, but if you have an opinion about this, I would love to hear in the comments. Let me know. Next we have Abacab by Genesis. Here's that cover art. I think it's so cool. Minimalist, abstract, very simple artwork. Show you guys the inside. There's a cool picture here of the band. I actually have another Genesis record and I have a Phil Collins record here, the background, and there's another one too that I haven't shown you guys yet, so stay tuned for part 2. I'll show you guys those two. This album is from Atlantic Records in 1981. Okay, next we have Welcome to the Real World by Mr. Mister. This one was actually from a thrift shop, and I think I got it for like, I don't know, it was either $1 or it was $3. It was a pretty good deal. I got a ton of really good records that day. And this one is one of my favorites, actually. It's kind of an underrated album, I think. There are a couple hits on here, Broken Wings and Curie, but actually the entire album I think is pretty solid and really fun. I think it's a good 80s staple to have in your collection if you don't already. Here is the inside jacket. Next we have this album from the Gap Band. This one is just, woo, solid, super solid. We got Uncle Charlie and the crew. Like, it doesn't get much better than this, to be honest. Here's the inside, because clearly the first picture just, it wasn't enough. You had to get the full effect, you know? Here they are on stage with their hats, killing the game. There's some more pictures of them here with the lyrics. This album is from Total Experience Records in 1982. Okay, next we have an underrated gem. I think it's very underrated. We need to be talking about this more. We really need to be discussing this. The Jets. Why are we not talking about the Jets right now? I don't know. Let's start the discourse. Let's start it right now. The Jets are a very impressive group. These are all, I believe, siblings. And when they made this album, you guys, they were so young. We've got 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, and 11 killer vocals. Like, R&B, pop, I would say mostly on the R&B side, really like funky dance numbers. I got some good ballads. I mean, powerful vocals coming out of these kids. First of all, let's look at their fits. Can we say fashion? Yeah, here's the back where you can see their pictures with their ages and everything. Honestly, I mean, listen to this album and just think about how young they are. It's insane how talented they were at this age. It's crazy. All of them playing the instruments and singing. It's really impressive stuff, and they've got some jams. I included them on my underrated 80s playlist on Spotify, so check that out. This album came out in 1985 under MCA Records. Next is a pretty iconic album. This is Madonna's self-titled album. It doesn't get more 80s than this, I think. We've got some great cover art here, as you can see. Here's the back. This one has some really good hits. Obviously, this is kind of the album that put her on the map. And I actually got this, I believe I got this from my aunt on my dad's side. I got a bunch of records from her, and I think that's where this is from. I'm happy to have this one. It's in great condition. As you can see, the jacket's pretty great, and it plays really well too. But yeah, these are just kind of some fun pop numbers, fun to dance to, fun to sing along with. Nothing too heavy or complex, but it's just a good time. Definitely like such an iconic 80s moment that it's kind of like a must. If you're gonna get into 80s music, you gotta know what was going on with Madonna. So check this out if you haven't, although I'm sure many of you have. This album is from Sire Records in 1983. Okay, so next I have a thrift store find. This is the Top Gun soundtrack. This is so cool, super iconic. I know I keep saying that, but it is. This is from just a really quintessential 80s movie, and I think has one of the best soundtracks. I don't love the movie, to be honest with you, but the soundtrack is where it's at. There's so many good songs, especially because you know my fave is on here, Kenny Loggins with Danger Zone, playing with the boys. Like, he's killing it on this album. So that's kind of the main reason why I have this, but honestly the score is super fun, just like big huge synths, and like it's so 80s, it's so over the top, but it's so much fun. So listen to this if you haven't already, see the movie and then listen to it. And you've also got Berlin, Take My Breath Away, you got Cheap Trick on here, Tina Marie. Here's the cover art with the movie poster, and here's the back with some more pictures from the movie. This album came out in 1985. I don't think it has a definitive record label attached to it. The movie was Paramount, but a lot of the singers appear courtesy of their different record labels, so like MCA, Warner Brothers, CBS, and Epic Records, and also Columbia Records. So this one is from my mom's record collection in high school. It's 1984 by Van Halen. She was a huge Van Halen fan in high school, had a huge crush on David Lee Roth, because obviously, look at that iconic album cover. We still got the plastic on it with the sticker promoting Jump. And then the back actually is upside down, so you flip it like this, and you can see all the boys. R.I.P. Eddie, greatest of all time. Here's another sticker with some of the tracks on it. It's pretty cool. Cool thing is, my mom actually went to high school in Pasadena, which is where the Van Halen brothers grew up, and David Lee Roth also went to high school in Pasadena at the rival school across town. Not at the same time, obviously. They were older than her, so they were in school much before that, but she would hear about them being around town. I think either her or her sister saw David Lee Roth driving around town sometimes, so that's pretty cool. In fact, come to think of it, I feel like I'm always talking about my mom on this channel, but you guys have never actually seen her. So here's a couple pictures of her from the 80s. Here's a couple pictures of her looking cute. Her hair was always done right, and she did her own hair. She cut her own hair and everything, which is pretty impressive. And then here is her Van Halen fan club card. And it says that this is a certified that you are a bona fide participating member of the 1983 Van Halen fan club. So that's pretty iconic. So the last record I want to show you guys is pretty cool because it's a picture disc, and it is Color by Numbers by Culture Club. This is a really fun album, such a cool group. Boy George has an incredible voice, as we all know. There it is. How cool is that? And it plays really, really great. It's in awesome condition. Here's the back. This album came out in 1985, I believe courtesy of Epic Records, although Virgin's also listed on here and CBS, so I'm not really sure. But I think Epic is the one that actually put this out. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop a new video, specifically 80s Vinyl Part 2. And let me know in the comments if you have any of these albums or who some of your favorite 80s artists are. Don't forget to follow Gold Souls on Instagram and TikTok to be up to date with extra content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.